we gotta do some chipper knives. Get him, Dozer. Get him, Dozer. Not me. Why?
Think you're with it?
This thing is still covered in dirt, look. We don't know this company's growth is permanent. We had a lot of storms this year. Yeah, I'm using Husqvarna chain. I don't like using Oregon. I got my little Oregon chain rolls up there, but I don't like them as much. So we're just gonna use Husky. This is how you put it on a Husky, guys. Then once you put this on the top, and you pull the bar like that, then you take this, unscrew that a little bit because it's a new chain. The chain is shorter because it's new. They come pre-stretched. I know that sounds made up, but it's real. But then you just line it up by doing this, and then sometimes you can jiggle it. And then these nuts go on. These are capture nuts. Go up till the chain doesn't hang anymore. It's hanging a tiny bit. That's all I need right there. Yeah, these are not sharp. Holy bro.
Oh my god. No way that happened. That's not okay.
Right here, we're just taking these knives off. I know some of you guys are just listening to this video. Sharpening these knives is a big deal. I've grinded these before, and when you go in to get them sharpened, it's a really big deal, and they tell you not to do that. So it costs me extra to grind these knives. But when the knives are not sharp, you know, because the machine is stopping more frequently than it used to. And you know, of course, if you feed some gravel to it or something like that, it'll happen even faster. I have no idea how that one blade got broken, but obviously we want these things to be sharp because it's working that motor way too hard, and that motor is too expensive to replace, to the point where you're almost better off getting another machine if you have to replace the motor. So we're getting this thing nice and tuned up, and it'll be a lot more productive on the job site. All right, go ahead and start turning it. Right here we have to check the spacing between the anvil and the blades. Obviously these blades are not the exact same size as the previous blade because we had them grinded. They're not brand new, factory new. So that's what we're doing here. I have a 30 thousandths feeler gauge down there that I'm putting between the anvil and the blade, and we're just going to verify these before we tighten them down.
Ponlo para abajo.
Repairs like this have to happen. It doesn't matter when you have to do it, but you do have to do it. And it makes a huge difference if you have a guy working that's willing to spend time on the essentials of the business, because it's a huge burden for the owner of the company to have to do something like this alone after the day is done. And the workers just expect to show up and do all the fun stuff running chainsaws. It's a lot more fun for me, and I think for all involved, when we get to exercise our skills together and grow. These types of skills you can carry with you for the rest of your life. It's not a temporary one-time deal. A lot of workers don't understand that. Understanding these simple methods and techniques will allow them to be far more successful in their future life. And if I can convince people to do this type of stuff, then it benefits them just as much as it benefits me. But you know, I'm probably preaching to the choir here. I'm sure there's a lot of guys out there that wish you could find someone who is willing to hold a wrench with you. This machine is the ultimate rake. I did not come up with this idea myself, which I guess most of the good ideas don't come from me, but I took it. There was a guy that came and worked with us, and he's an equipment operator, and he did this when he was running the machine, and I've just done it ever since then. It's way better method than raking these big pieces or trying to pick them up one by one, and then plywood is very versatile. I've heard you can do this with the other type of grapple, but I'd love to see somebody demonstrating that online. I don't really think you can. It might be possible, but it's not good like this. I can get a lot of different angles with this. It's very, very easy to maneuver, and it gets a lot of that chunkier stuff that's like too big to carry large arm loads of it, but it's too big to rake. But anyways, I think it's an awesome technique, and we love doing it here. It saves us tons of time. It doesn't damage the grass if the turf is like barely holding on and it's like a really loose dirt in the yard. Sometimes it'll pull off the high parts, but we just try to be careful, and obviously this is a farm field, so the guy didn't care too much.
Oh, that's it, man. Huh? I got tired because
Oh yeah.
okay, bang it until it goes in. Perfect.
Yeah, perfect. Forget about it.
Wait, driving down the road, that screwdriver. Oh no, my $2 screwdriver. So this is good and solid. It looks rotten, but it's not. So we'll rope it, base will tie, pull with the skid steer. That's funny, I was gonna guess 3,000 for you. Yeah. So when you did stumps for 3,000, did you do a good job? So you're saying you did a good job on those? Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. You're like, you know what I'm trying to say. Oh, what the with this rope, dude? Oh, you really booby trapped me, man, with this rope. This rope is all in knots, dude. Okay, we have to pull up this bad side. I forgot to cut this piece. This piece has a cut in it, so this needs to go up from the back. Got it, sir. No problem, sir. If you want to just take the other end and do a basal tie, I'll pull this through manual. Go back out the same hole you came in. You don't go out the hole twice. That's right. When it starts to go, you gotta go fast. Go fast. Pushing through. Ding.
I just want to remark here that this is what workers should be doing after something gets pulled with a rope. We're not using it anymore. It needs to be untied. I don't know why this would have to be explained to somebody, but for some workers, it has to be explained. So I'm explaining it. You're welcome. I had to put this rubber thing here because we were facing downhill and the thing kept moving out of the feed position, and we were just perpetually struggling with it. This is actually against safety. It's better to just tighten the bolts on the sides, but it's a lot harder to get the bolt adjustment correct. So we just put this on here for today.
Yeah. Yeah. Get the backpack lower. Start it up. Yeah.
I am so sorry. We
Thank
did not
you.
know they were down here.
Oh, watch out. I'm not, well, oh shit. Sorry, dude. I don't know what else to do. Should go there and spray me. Blow me, blow me. Blow me, keep blowing. When I said B. You took me seriously this time though, huh? And I was running and I fell over and I was like, I don't care, I'm still running, I'm still running. Oh, screaming and just waving her arms. Doesn't know what to do. Yup. Oh man. Yeah, little kids don't know what to do. I mean, when I was a kid, I ran away, but I don't know why you would just, but I do know my kids sometimes do stuff and I'm like, why don't you run away? Like, where's your brains? But they just don't have that part of them that thinks, you know, so they don't know. What was it like? Oh really? Oh really? She knew it was some bees, bro. 100%. Yeah. Really, I didn't know she was there, to be honest. Oh, I could drop this top. I could drop that and that. They're gonna get hung up a little bit. Hopefully not too much. You think so? Alright. Really hate that I lost that piece though, man. I probably would have rather, if I had to choose between losing that piece or getting stung, I probably would have chosen to be stung if I could just have one or the other.
I'll spare you guys the pain of watching me get this chainsaw stuck in this cut, but I thought I was gonna do a nice clean spear cut on this thing, but I had already made a part of my open face and then my back cut. And so the branch just simply couldn't handle itself at that point with me trying to cut under it and make a spear cut. And so now it's stuck and I'm just struggling my way out with the handsaw. So yeah, sometimes this happens. There's really nothing you can do except for just either use the handsaw or have another saw sent up. And that's why we have a Silky with us up there. It's not that big of a deal, but it's very frustrating when this happens. And I actually ended up damaging my chain, which you'll see later in this video. And that's a brand new bar on that saw too, which makes this a lot worse. But you know, mistakes happen. I don't have any formal training on this. Nobody ever taught me how to make these cuts. Sometimes I screw up. So there you go. Safely down to the ground. Nothing to worry about.
not gonna lie, using a pulley is the least amount of friction. It's so easy to climb on. Yeah, this is way better, but that other device, it's not, I can't do this. That other device you could put up and take down without climbing. So, all right, Widowmaker ahoy. Ready? Watch out for these. I hate humans. They should stay out of our neighborhood. Don't they know we live here? We gotta go out there and show them this is our hood. If you're not with us, you're against us. Let's go. Come up in here and bring up over here. Walk on our nest.
Right here you can see I'm about to cut a branch that's going to get hung up. This, I would say, is one of my great shortfalls as a tree guy. I'm not really sure how to handle hang-ups. A lot of times it's hard to control the direction of fall. If you rig something with a rope, you can control where it goes. But this here, this cut that I'm about to do, it's going to bind up on the saw because I'm basically trying to notch it to the side, and it's loaded so hard away from me that that notch is meaningless. I should have just cut the side that was towards me. So right here I'm finishing up my notch. I don't know why I thought I was helping it. I guess I thought maybe I would help it fall down instead of binding. And there I am. So this chain ended up being destroyed, and again the hand saw to the rescue. But this is really hard on equipment, and it's better not to make these type of mistakes. Better tree guys than myself can easily avoid this problem, just not me. I've had this problem bunches of times and got my saw stuck in a branch that was falling and damaged the bar and actually the chainsaw and the handle too. And I'm just trying to figure out what to do here with this brand new bar. Very frustrating, very frustrating scenario. And dangerous too, because this piece, you know, the way it's resting on that other one, it'll stand up in midair and just fall towards me. because that butt will fall away and it's still attached to that tree up above me there, and it gets hooked in and then it'll fall in my direction. So there you go. So now I properly ruined that chain now, so that's not usable. I mean, it probably, you could bend it back on a workbench, but I'm not going to spend time on that. So now this branch is just propped up here looking dangerous. Yeah, and God saved me, because that could have gone another way. So I guess it's one of those times when you just know the Lord sent angels to protect you, and it's better the equipment be damaged than that I be injured.
I said bees and you were like, oh really? Like I wasn't screaming or nothing. And you know I'm a screamer. I know I did now, but not the other day when I was teasing you. You were like, who responds to a bee that way? Es muy explosivo. Yeah, well, that's why I did a little push. But I guess God helped us. He's always helping us. Good stuff. You okay? He still got you? Go farther. Go like 20. Do not circle. He's circling. You got to travel linear. Go far and then stop and then wait. And when you see him circle, you go farther. Did you go near them, or was it a new spot? No way. Oh, bro. Well, I can't help you. I'm very sorry. Where's the spot? I didn't see. You were kind of by that junk pile. You gotta go farther and stop and go in a straight line. Do not backtrack. The bees always backtrack. Yup. Now stop there and watch for them. When you see one, you keep moving farther. If you go all the way around, they'll trace you and then they'll meet you on the other side. You gotta stop and give them time, because they'll circle looking for you. I see them looking for you over there, bro. They're fast. I can see them because they're bigger than other bugs. Oh, that sucks, man. I think we could fall this tree though, man. I was just looking at it. We can put a rope up there and then fall it into this hole. You're over there. How many times did they get you? Oh man, that's a lot. Oh, I hate that. Oh, there's a bee. You need to get that peppermint spray out of my side door, man. I'm telling you, ever since I put that on, they don't even notice me, bro. They just avoid me. If I were as you, I would really use that. There was another one over there. How much tree can we cut here? Not the whole thing. We can cut, oh, down the middle maybe, right? Put a rope here, put the bobcat past the ogre, and then cut. I'll go here. What do you think? Do it, right? Yeah? So not the whole tree though, because we got that branch. So I'll do like a midpoint on the tree. The only way this can't get me is if it's hooked on some nothing like this. It could just break that twig off. It's not a problem. That was pretty scary though. Did you see how it went? believe me. I thought maybe me or even the shed.
Right here is another one of those situations where, like I was saying before, God is helping us, because I guess I was so tired. I got stung up by the bees. It's very hot this day. I don't know if you can tell, but the sun is beaming. It's so hot that I was totally drenched in sweat, just fully soaked, and I just wanted this thing to be cut. And there you go. It's like inches away from that white fence, and you can't hear what Adrian says here, but he's about to demonstrate that cap is not even damaged. It literally just got popped off by that branch. And so once again, we don't always attribute our success to our own skill level. I think we're doing our best. I made some bad calls, some bad decisions here, but everything actually still worked out despite that, and I'm very thankful for how things went. This could have been a lot worse. That fence could have been broken. Someone could have been injured. I could have got stung by bees while I was in the tree. That would be worse. And this worked out pretty well. So, I know where to give the credit when credit is due. And only God could have prevented that from being just inches too tall and smashing that fence. I could have made better decision making on my own. But in the state of mind that I was in, I think it was of great benefit to have a supernatural assist. So that's just what I believe. If you don't believe that, that's fine, but that's what I talk about here every so often. So I hope this is entertaining for you guys.
Oh, wow, Adrian. Tú estás muy fuerte. Oh. Got him. I haven't tried it since we loaded it up the rest of the way. Yeah, we must have some spaces in there. All right, we're gonna dump it. Hey, you been over here running away from bees or what? No? A little bit. You got that whole yard clean. I got a buddy that lives over here that likes wood, so.
Oh, you left it with him?
But I got stuck. Really? I was in the piece got stuck, like it was round and it went down into the dirt, and then the big one held it down. It was like a brake. You couldn't go forward or backward.
And you have to pull it with winch?
I took a chainsaw and cut on the logs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I told him his price. I was gonna give him a good price if he doesn't complain about the yard. Simple tasks. more money to give to other people. I like it. You're a steward, you know? It's not yours, but you get to control what happens with it.
To a point.
If I ever stopped working, I'd have a lot more money, I tell you what.
They still come after you though.
Oh,
Retired,
they do, it's true, yeah. Your bills don't take a rain day.
Did you go to school and stuff in Freeport?
No, I'm not from here.
Where are you from?
Virginia.
Really? I spent 30 years out there.
Yeah, I grew up in Richmond.
Richmond? What are you doing down in Richmond?
Huh?
What were you doing in Richmond?
I didn't do anything. I said I grew up there. I was trapped in my parents' house doing homework.
Oh, and then they came out here of all places?
No, I joined the Army, and then I was drug addicted after the Army.
Yeah.
And I went to Illinois. I went to Reformers Unanimous.
Yeah.
You know about it?
No.
Okay, well, it's a Christ-based addiction program.
Did it work?
Yeah. So I stopped all that, and then I met my wife, got married, started a business. So I hope you guys enjoyed that little bit of action today. It was a good day. I worked, I got paid. We did a good sized job, a good bigger job and a small job today. So that was good. Have a great day, YouTube.